Thanks. Thank you for joining us. All right, going to messages and to the Q&A. Blessings. Here we go. Greetings. This is Archangel Gabriel. Send you energies. Of course, there's always a shift in timelines. Basically, or some of you are connected more to the astral realms as they connect with your Earth. Basically, to see different realms, to see timelines more clearly. As the shifts in this new year, there's still a lot that has not been unraveled, of course, but every year has a theme. It might not always make itself known, but it has a mission itself. And of course, you're here to carry that out. Usually they don't fail, and usually missions or themes don't fail normally, but they can. So far, it's been successful. So, sending energies into this new era you're going into, more enlightenment. Is yes, the spiritual energies are going to get stronger, of course, and more complicated as you know, understand more of the higher realms and how it works. So, sending blessings. Greetings. We have the energies from Saturn. Our yes, some feel they understand us, but there's still we do have our people here, our people that have incarnated our DNA. That does it does make it difficult for people to learn through us because you have a lesson to learn, but then you make it more complicated. You dive into it further, and then you descend instead of ascend. It's like, what further can you go through this lesson or unlesson what you've learned? Like get into the same relationship you should not have been in to begin with. There's a lot of backpedaling, as some of you know here. It's very popular. It's hard to see, and that's what made this world so complicated. Is this instead of just learning the way you might learn the lesson, but then also you can unlearn it. And that is contribution from the Saturn, not necessarily the archon. Saturn can be just as complicated as the archon being, and not as complicated, but similar. So, blessings. Greetings to you. We are the Carians, the bird race. We are the bald eagle, are the Carians. We are assisting, but we're not here to interfere too much. We do assist, but just the human finds a way of going backwards a lot. But aliens have done it; they're doing it too. What aliens see on your world, they end up copying it. Some do, not all. Especially the gray. The gray has a different way of going about it. So the reason why we are here is to at least give our point of view. We're also well educated of the Anunnaki as they invaded our worlds and connected to our species, and many of them all of a sudden have bird features themselves. So this world has been fragmented by Anunnaki knowledge, and we're here to heal it to the best of our ability because they have made things complicated, just like the Saturn beings, made it difficult to just make the right decision, as you can see. Because even with Anunnaki, they find a way to make things more complicated. Well, it's going into the physical. While you're here, you might as well discover more about it as much as you can. So it's diving deeper into the physicality and having it last longer than it normally does on worlds. Many worlds do go through a physical experience, but usually they don't go this long. Of course, there's always records to be broken. So we are here to answer your questions whenever you're ready. Blessings to you.
Well, blessings, Carians. Thank you for coming in.
Greetings.
Greetings. While you were speaking about the Anunnaki, I was getting downloads of how the divine the divine has been defiled here, and everything that was considered good has been turned into the reverse of that. Is that kind of along the lines of the Anunnaki influence here?
Yes, but it's also the archon just to defragment everything, to see where else it can go. So to take it apart. And
Right.
it's like taking anything apart, but trying to put it back together is another story.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that, and thank you again for coming in. Up first this evening, we've got Daria.
Hello there, Carians, and say hi to Saturn beings.
Yes. Greetings.
Yeah, listening to the Archons making us look so bad.
No.
Yeah, so have you got any messages for me after this time from your collective or whoever wants to come through?
At least for this public channel, like portals and oceans, water surfaces, even mirrors, but it feels like you feel better around the water energies because around a mirror, open up a portal in a mirror, you never know where you're going to end up.
Yeah.
So you might
I've been doing that a lot, actually, putting mirrors around like everywhere and portals.
Well, you can put mirrors around. Just be aware who you're inviting in. Uninvited guests usually show up.
So. Yeah, I've been clearing that out too because I've been feeling my ex is going in sometimes. I'm like, I just told you you're not supposed to be here. Like,
well, we feel like reality is where he tells people he is you.
Yeah, I found that out.
Sometimes he has a mustache. Like he looks like you with a mustache. Just
yeah.
Because he can't he can't become you fully.
Yeah, I actually saw Jesus try to do that too, so I'm not even playing that game. I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. You look stupid now. Like, I don't even want to do this. So here's another mirror entering exit. Okay, so besides the portals, do you have any like forecast for my future, like soon to be future being on?
Well, before we go into that, we feel like Ashtar command energy is around you. Apparently you've been keeping them balanced in some way.
Yeah.
Part of that might be some of that might be connected to your ex, causing some difficulties for them. But for your future, we see we'll just tell you what we see a parade. That might be more symbolic.
Okay.
But
I just saw naked people, like when you said parade. That's my brain working, but
but you will be getting out more, but more springtime, maybe during now, but springtime things will start improving. Now, socially wise, it's hard to say there.
Yeah, finally, because these energies, like interacting with my ex is trying to keep me hush, like that I shouldn't be talking, like they're trying to keep my energies closed in, and I've like suppressed or antisocial. So that's a good thing you said. So
yeah, just saying what's over on your mind. It does aggravate them sometimes. Of course, it depends on what you say, of course.
Yeah, we'll put that mustache somewhere else. So thank you for the nice message. Have a cool channel with this group. Bye. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got James.
Hey, can you sound like next to Henry the Eighth?
There has been on this timeline. It's not making itself completely clear because this is a public connection. But he's been your brother in previous lifetimes. Also been a twin brother. We have been giving him advice in previous lifetimes. I just listen. I believe you're like an advisor, possibly during that under the 8th lifetime. And of course, he didn't listen very much. I believe you tried to keep him out of jail, even as a king. That's what we see right now. He has had his head cut off a couple of times. Of course, that's why he's doing it to other people. So.
Awesome. Thanks. That's all I got.
Okay, blessings. All right. Thank you for that. Up next we've got Dragon.
Hello, how you doing?
That's great.
You're the Carians?
Yes, birds.
Oh, welcome back. So one question I have, kind of the background of this is like a lot of different beings have different origin stories, you know, a lot of groups of beings. And I'm not talking about species or anything nonsense like that, but I'm talking about like groups of beings. They could be different types of beings, whatever. You know, one's like, we created this, and the other's like, no, actually we created them. And
yes.
Okay, whatever, you know, fun stories. I tried it once with the Palladians telling them I created them, and that didn't go too well as a joke. Is there non-starter there? But I had to give it a shot, see how they'd react, and I guess they're pretty used to dealing with that kind of nonsense. So, so that was fun. So one question I have is, as far as origins, would you consider Earth more of a simulation, ancestor simulation, or would you consider it more of a genuine ancestry of certain energies, or is it kind of like a eddy kind of backpool energy kind of, I don't know, with withdrawal and frequency to kind of re-experience certain things, or something else?
Well, it is here to bring a reset to other alien species, such as the Palladians, the Syrians, even the Arcturians, even the birds. To take an alien species even like a pig being, a lot of that comes from Alpha Centauri, to put it back into an animal form. Even the human is technically like an animal form, as you can see with society. Is to put it back into an origin form, not necessarily its origins, but a form where it's resetting itself. So it's like Casablanca. It's just everybody's here to sort out their problems. Some are here for negative reasons, some are here for positive reasons. It's a little bit of everything that you can say.
So kind of an ancestor simulation, though,
Yeah.
with not as much a purpose of understanding as much as providing new alternatives or mixing energies in a different way. So.
Yeah, to find answers within their own species, relearn to educate themselves, hopefully, or relearn something new but through the human experience, though.
And I imagine for every reality with humans roaming around, there's one with humans sitting there banging rocks together or not even being there, and birds being the
dominant species.
Species.
Yeah, of course, some of the birds enjoy that more than anything. But they take out their problems on the human. And you can say technically they still do it now. A lot of aliens do that now. Even they see as humans as they are, called a primitive race and all that. But some of these aliens that don't even know what they're talking about. And that's what they're going through.
All right. Thanks. That's interesting. My second question is about actually, I don't know if you can access this, the Chronicles of Riddick.
Yes, you can access some of it, yes.
Yeah. So he's kind of like a criminal, but he's kind of saving everybody in, he's being chased constantly as a convict, and he's sort of, rescuing people in the process of, from various, dangerous groups of life forms and stuff like that. And so he's sort of like a anti-hero in a sense, but and I kind of like, for some reason, even though my life is pretty boring, I kind of connect to that energy in some regards, for whatever reason. And I was wondering if you could, or like identify with it somewhat. I was wondering if you could comment on that, or if you have connect to anything.
Well, with your energy, it just seems like it's a combination of Anunnaki, Arcturian. Was it like an overpowered being that, at least what I can see, lost its sense of self or lost its sense of what was right to do? Not that you were doing a lot of negative, but I believe some of the experiments you created in your past were questionable if they're going to help anyone. And so you found other ways of healing others in ways you never thought you would. So you kind of made up for a lot of the difficulties it brought to others. So it does feel like there was like in your past, like a disease that was created, but it was supposed to be like a cure instead of the problem.
As what race? When I was a draconian, or what?
As a human, Anunnaki, reptilian energy connected.
And much more recent then.
Yeah.
I know I went through a period where I was trying to destroy my soul, like just eliminate it from existence, which is never possible, really. I tried though.
Well, you can defragment it, but destroying it is difficult.
Yeah.
There are ways, but
so you're basically saying I connect to that because of past lives, sort of identify
past mistakes. Yeah, we're redeeming yourself through difficulties that you didn't think you were causing problems for others, and eventually we've discovered maybe what you're doing isn't working out the way you thought. So you find other ways of redeeming yourself. Maybe not like the movie though.
No, that would be really fun though.
If there is, it's not showing it. It's possible.
We'll have to progress our virtual reality a bit, and then we can just experience those things directly.
Eventually, yes.
If we want to. All right. Thanks so much, love.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. That was interesting right there. Getting a lot of downloads on that. Thanks. Up next, we got Steve.
Hello, Carians.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
Sweet. Thank you. Much love. Thank you for being here. Since you are here, I love last webinar. He talked a little bit about Carians and bald eagle being around me, standing around and everything. It was funny because the next day, I had a dream about like I was in like a sand type of area, and I came upon like a big, huge box, and it was kind of like covered over. And I went to go try to open it and everything, and there was this huge bald eagle, black, and it looked at me. It's like, "What are you doing here? Or who are you?" Or blah blah this, and I was like, I guess he didn't think I was a friend at first, but I was just wondering, just to connect with my Carian bird energies, which maybe in that dream. Thank you.
When that dream was like a surprise, yeah, it was like given to you as a gift, or more like a surprise gift. I mean, it wasn't really yours, but it was just there to bring you messages, guidance. Just to turn your day around. I do feel like a lot of frogs and turtles are around you. Then I'll be there in the physical, but definitely had a lot of frog lifetimes. This like you were like a dancing frog at one time. I mean, like a humanoid, but you had a lot of energy as a frog, but of course you've been through military as a frog being also. So over time, and you get a lot of your knowledge from the turtle beings. Usually they're pretty slow, but they're very knowledgeable though. Blessings.
Yeah, sweet. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was growing up. Yeah, it's one of my favorite series and movies. Thank you for that. Second question is, if you could go ahead and connect with my higher self and see if they have any messages for me. Thank you.
Well, what I see is you made decisions with the fairy realms to protect this earth. They do show you as a warrior, not like a humanoid warrior, probably an elf being. They're not being clear about that. But also like a dragon oath to protect the earth. So you're doing that by just incarnating here is doing it automatically. And anything that you can do in your own life. Of course, you're living the human life, the normal life, and that was the intention of it. But on another level, obviously, there are many other things that you know. So,
blessings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Silverclaw.
Doesn't seem to be there.
Might have lost connection there. All right, we'll go back to him. Hopefully he makes it back. Next, we've got Marvin. Oh, sorry, I got Marvin's questions right here. Let me see. His first question: how would my contact turn out? I hope it would be positive encounter plus any knowledgeable educational movement.
Yes, I feel like it'd be a Palladian energy. Just keep doing what you're doing. It does. What I get from the guys, they follow the yellow brick road. But it will be a positive experience. But I just feel like this is part of your destiny, and possibly you might see ships with beings in the windows. Possibly, if you have not seen it now, it will most likely appear in the physical one time in the future, at least.
Okay, thank you. His second question. Where'd it go? Second question. Greetings, Carians, beings. Is there any lost knowledge about me that has been kept secret, or did I leave a mark on this earth to remember?
Oh yeah, you have. Well, you have a great deal that's been lost here for good reason. They're very connected to Anunnaki and the Bible, the times of the Bible. You were a merchant during that time, selling gold and type of sapphire, type of crystals. It was like you were spiritual when you didn't realize you were spiritual. It's like you were very attracted to just attractive jewelry and always seemed to find a way to find it. So you did spiritual work, but you weren't aware of how deep you're going into it. Just knew what would work with people. Of course, you sold it, but still, you just had a spiritual connection to it.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. All right. Well, next we're going to go back to Silverclaw.
Greetings, guys.
That's greetings.
So my first question is, I wanted to know how many days a week you see me working, starting this Saturday in my current job.
4 days or 3 days. Seems 4. There's a high possibility. It's not completely clear.
And part-time, you think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And my second question is, any messages for me about making more money?
What you're doing, like, was it your massage energy that you're connected to? That will take time to build. For that, just making contacts. And money, it'll come in here and there. It all depends. You're being tested on your confidence level. That you're confident that you can make this connection with this person and have that partnership in a positive way so you can earn income. So just basically, you're taking more control over your life, basically. So it just takes time.
Thank you so much, blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings, Carians.
Greetings to you.
I usually don't like to ask questions about the future because timelines, but this is 2 weeks from now. So I have this surgery, and it seems like there's a roadblock. So I went to get prepared for it, and my liver enzymes are pretty high. So I went to my family physician today, and I told him what I was doing, and I know what I'm doing to have those high, the drinking. So I told him that I would stop it, the best of my knowledge. And what I was wanting to ask you, I feel like Archangel Michael's like batting for me and a lot of people at this time. Probably a lot more people, beings that I know, but what do you see me getting in a lower 2 weeks from now, so I can have the surgery the 24th to get my
if it feels like it'll take at least 2 weeks for you to get all this back to normal.
That's
So
exactly how long I have.
yeah, so you just do what you're being asked to do to lower all this, and it feels like you can do it at any level as you like to. They're not showing me what they told you, but it's like you can't do too much to lower it, so it's not going to cause difficulties to your health. It feels so, but
Well,
it's
the
like
doctor,
yes, go ahead.
the doctor doesn't seem like I can do it, and I don't believe that. And well, he didn't really come out and say it, but the way he, yeah, and if I, you can manifest things. What if I can help manifest it? A little more praying, more meditation, and
I'll be more your manifestation. You just when you put your mind to it, you can accomplish what you feel like it needs to be accomplished. You'll find a way to make it work. The doctor just going by what he's being told by others. He's not obviously very connected to his astral self or spiritual self, as you know.
yeah, he's just a hologram.
Yeah, he's there. About 50% of him is there. The rest is a program.
Yeah. So the surgery should happen on the 24th.
It's looking good so far. Yeah, as long as you get this settled out in the next 2 weeks, yes.
Okay. All right. And my second question is, I think that Ashtar, I don't really mess with them much or know much about them, actually. And for the last week, I've been seeing them, thinking about them, seeing them everywhere. I mean, so it's like they're either having a message for me, because I don't believe in coincidences. So is there a message that they're trying to get through to me, or what is there?
It feels positive overall. It's about your secret space program connection. You do have a strong connection with them. It does feel like you are connected to their origins, which is controversial. Always, it depends on how you look at it. But it does feel like you are part of the more positive side of them, which others are still having difficulties believing. Yes. Right.
Well, from Elaine DeLon, I can't ever say her name correctly. She, I don't believe nothing too much she says, but she says that if you think that you have, they stick to their self. They don't. So I didn't think that they were with the SSP. That's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, they do. Well, with her, she's like a little bit overconfident. Some of the things she's connecting to, so she's not very open-minded.
Yeah, she's told everything. She don't really know much of nothing.
Yeah. So, but you gotta follow your intuition with Ashtar. How far you want to go with it. They give you fragmented information, but it feels like they are, just seeing how far you want to go with them.
And some people say they're like aliens, but angels, but angels don't ride in ships.
No, they're more alien, but they can be angelic-like. Some of them can be, But yeah, they are alien beings, though. Usually, they're in the fourth dimension. Normally, they can go higher, but usually it's around the fourth dimension. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Tristan.
Greetings, Carians.
Greetings to you.
The first time I met you guys, it was very interesting. Ivan was on this kick of kind of exploring who was controlling things. You were going to reptilians, and then it turned into the cats, and then you guys were kind of the top of the top of the top.
That's true.
So we were like, it's like, oh, well, hello there, and you guys would say, yeah, we don't really get involved and don't really, we're here, but we don't really want you guys to know we're here.
Exactly.
And now we're all blaming the archons.
That's true.
Yeah. So in this thing of who's controlling us, could you comment on that in terms of your relationship between us and archons and what we're living and control and all that?
Well, some of the birds, they feel, yeah, they have an ownership of reptilian beings or societies. You notice how the bird, the bald eagle, the hawk is all on your flags across your world, not all flags. The bird is very influential, kind of like the leader, the commander. So some might look at it differently for different reasons, but the bird has been worshipped in many times of your past. So just the bird, some birds just feel very dominant over it. It was like they have overconfidence issue. So that's why we can pick up on the beings that have too much confidence, because that's part of a carrion race. Not all carrions are like that though. Toucan has calmed that down a lot. Some of the parrots have calmed a lot. Of course, they can be kind of snarky too. You can get a parrot that just won't shut up half the time, but you know, some of them have just brought them a little bit of a lighter energy, because the bald eagle is pretty serious business, as you can see.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, no kidding. Well, I'm from Canada, where our national animal is a beaver, so
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, not quite the same thing.
Which is prey for a bird. A bird is, you know, we'll have that for dinner, basically.
Yeah, we dinner. Well, thank you. Okay. Another question is just how am I doing? What am I up to in astral, or what?
Well,
how am I doing down here?
It does feel like you're clearing out energies that you no longer need. You are stabilizing your vibration. It does look like you're bringing more confidence into yourself, of bringing in the right timeline that you really want to experience. It feels like the timeline of like your job that was necessary for karmic reasons. I believe it had to do with your soul growth.
Yeah, that was such a weird experience.
Yeah. But astrally, you're on a swing. You're swinging.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Just taking it easy.
There's birds there. There's people there, but yeah, you're just swinging like a bird.
Well, maybe I'll next life I'll come back as a bird and enjoy that. I have fond memories of flying. So
you have connection to the blue jays here. I mean, there's other birds too, but with the blue jays is why you're stronger connections.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Next up at Hazel's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, Carians. Thank you for visiting. I have felt individuals from your collective around me for some time now. My personal interactions have all been positive, and I thank you for that. I feel an allegiance of sorts there, which is rare. Do you have any messages for me on the source of that allegiance, or any other thoughts for me?"
Well, your connection is, you can say, you gained our trust. As bird beings, we're not always the most trustful beings. We, not that we're out to test beings, but we are, we're kind of like a cult. There's some birds that are very, like you see a bird in a nest, like they're protecting the nest. They'll go after anybody. He's like, you might have the best intentions ever. You're getting near my nest, I'll go after you. A lot of bird beings that play games like chess. You probably see people that play chess, and if you visualize them, they look like a bird. So it's just, you've been around that type of group where you just gained a lot of trust. But those that are very, very untrustworthy. So this has been something you've been working on for a long time. So,
all right, very cool. Thank you. Her second question, I'm feeling a physical shift in the point of sight I have relied upon in the past. It seems to have moved positions inside of my head. Do you have any comments on that, and why or how that might have happened?
And she said, what was the beginning part of it? She said her sight?
I'm feeling a physical shift in the point of my sight.
Okay. So she's seeing more, I would say more, at least when I can see more 360 around. So yeah, she's looking in like the corner of her eye. She's looking at now. So this is why she's having interactions that she's having recently. So other beings, they see her like she's looking straight, for example, but she's also looking at the corner of her eye, and they weren't expecting that. It's like, whoa, you just caught me. So yeah, she's not making it clear, but she's doing it. So her peripheral vision is expanding out for her own protection, but also it's time to see who's behind her. You could say, not that that's. It's just that she's looking where she doesn't normally look. Let's put it that way.
Very interesting. Thank you for that. Blessings. Up next we've got Ava.
Hey. So do you have messages for me today?
Well, I think you've heard this before. You're connected to magic. I've seen you, and your energy. I feel like you shot down a lot of closed down a lot of witches in your past. You powered them down. That's what I can see. And that's one of the reasons why you're here. Kind of like you're not like you're a witch hunter, but sort of. But you're just there to deactivate some of them.
I'm not looking for witches. Witches are looking for me, literally.
Oh, well, then there you go. but you have a way of turning them off, I can see. At least from what I can tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, did you have a vendetta against you? It seems.
Yeah, it's true. Other thing is that a few years ago, I had quite of a physical contact with few different races. And now I'm in a very remote area, so it's very good opportunity for it to happen again. So will it happen again?
Possibly. I see a lot of cat energies around you. Feline beings. From the Lyrans, it seems. It feels like some of them want to protect you, but others want to get at you for things that you know about them. Problems you cause for them. Not that you cause for troublemakers, you found the troublemakers. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, not the first time.
Yeah, so, but if there's any type of contact, it would be possibly a Palladian energy. The feelings don't normally show themselves. You might feel them around, but normally they keep themselves pretty hidden.
You know what happened? Like first day when I moved here, I had owls with me already for like a week, and I fell asleep with my crystal, and I woke up by owl collective lifting up my blanket to see what I'm holding in my hand.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny. I was like, what are you guys doing? You just let me sleep.
Yeah, because it feels like the energy you brought to that crystal was very unusual. Yeah, it just caught their attention.
I grew it myself too. It was just a salt crystal. I brought it with me, so I just lifted up the blanket. It's like, what she has in her hand? That was so funny.
Yeah, for an owl, usually, because normally they stay in the night. Normally they just stay, and the friends that show up they must have been really curious to do that.
Yeah, there is no daylight here for another month, so perfect timing.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you so much. Bye.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next we have Daria.
Hello, Carian.
Greetings.
Thank you for coming in.
Blessings.
My first question, can you connect with my higher self and check if my chakras, some of my chakras are still blocked, and which one of them?
The main one is the root chakra. It seems like sometimes you're not always trusting what's around you or what your senses are picking up. There has been some betrayal in your past, as you probably know. And that's one of the reasons you shut down your power, because you couldn't trust anyone around you no matter what you did. So it does feel like you are allowing some of that to open up. Even your crown chakra has been shut down. So, I mean, they're not all completely shut down. It's just like they're in surveillance mode.
Which one should I work with that is most important?
So the crown chakra would be the better one.
Crown chakra, yeah.
Because
my second. Yeah. Okay. My second question is, lately I have been with my ex, I had a really heavy argument because he keeps coming back into my life, and I keep trying to pull him out. And this time I said to him, it's final, you're not coming back in. Mm-hmm. But you see the reason why he keeps, contacting me? Or
well, it feels like he's trying to change your mind. From what I can see, it looks like he wants to patch things up, but he's not very good at doing it.
No, he's not. He's just making it worse.
It feels like it makes it worse. So it's just he doesn't want to be upfront with you and calm down his ego. His ego is out of control. So
I know.
I mean, technically, I feel he can fix a lot of this, but his ego won't let him. So he's just out of control.
Okay.
He's like a wild animal.
Okay. Do you see what energies he has? Or
canine, well, not the most positive canine energy. A reptilian canine. It's like a Syrian and a canine energy. He's just very obsessed with himself.
That's funny.
If it was a female, he'd be putting makeup on himself all the time.
Thank you.
I could really see him doing that.
Yeah.
It's funny. He's also, this is like out of nowhere, ducks. I don't know. It just has that might not seem like in his character, but we just see, because I guess he just is comical in some ways.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So.
That's not good.
All right.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Lindsay.
Hello. Hi. My question is, I've had the last week or so, I don't know if I'm going through a big release or if I've just felt some, not light around me. And I just was wondering if, my galactic team had any advice or of what I'm feeling.
Well, it feels like you're releasing archon energy. I feel like you have been going through an attack. Energy attack is reptilian attack, definitely.
Oh my gosh. Why are they attacking me?
Well, because you're connecting more to your light. It does seem from what I can tell, it looks like you can see through reality.
What?
You might not always be fully aware of it, but it feels like you can see through, the matrix, as they call it.
I have no idea about any of this. Wow. So how do I stop them from attacking me?
Oh, just send your light to them. Just send out your energy. I mean, you protect yourself, but you just send out your light to clear out any negative energies trying to attack you.
Okay. I know you told me once before that I'm here to break up the archon grids as a part of my job, but I did. Okay. So how often am I supposed to tell them to just?
Oh, whenever you feel it, or you can do it when you're feeling good. You can send it out just to make sure they don't come back.
Okay.
It's like there's you might hear them talk to you possibly because you're here to clear out some stuff for them possibly. It's like they're just trying. I believe because you kept yourself. They just want to connect to you, but not in the most positive ways. So.
And so I just tell them to beat it by just shining light on them. Okay.
Yeah, but most likely there's a possibility, like telepathically, you might hear from them. And just they'll say what they have to say, and eventually they'll leave. It seems.
Okay. Thank you. Then I do have a question in relation to my work. I'm choosing between two different companies to work with. One's called Blue, BLEU, and then the other one's Balmain. I was wondering if one of them would be better than the other.
Balmain seems like a better energy around it, better intentions, at least from my perspective, my point of view.
Okay, like as far as like it'd be a better company to work with, you mean?
Yeah, Blue seems to be more selfish.
Yeah.
More greedy.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
The other one's more Arcturian. Our first choice is more Arcturian.
Oh wow! And then is Balmain? What would that one be?
A little bit of plane, but also reptilian.
Oh, okay. God. Okay. Cool.
And they might be all flashy and nice looking, but it seems like there's something else going on there.
Well, they are. They are. You're right.
Yeah, there's some questionable things. And it's like, oh, I figured nobody will notice. Like, yeah, well, some people are noticing.
Yeah. Well, go figure. Fashion industry. Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Yuli.
Greetings. I would like to ask my higher self. It's been very difficult month for me. Actually, it was very hard to get in the webinar today. My daughter passed away in a car accident in December 10. I had, since October, I couldn't see. She was going through a lot of stuff at her job. She got fired, then she found another job where she was happy. She started dating this new boy. And she seems that she was in a good place. She seems that she overcome her depression, and we work a lot in our relationship. I remember my last conversation with her, I say, hey, we've been doing this for a long time. I gave we finally, making it right, because we were like really working and loving each other, understanding each other and things like that. So I'm just wondering if any messages for me at this time.
Well, I feel like it was their time to go, but it's also, she's working with you in your life. So if she combined her energies with yours, it's like she's a spirit guide. I think that's it.
I know. She that's what I was wondering, if it's like the soul chooses when to go.
Yeah,
because
it seemed like it was meant to be. But she brought her energy to you. Went right to you. It went to others, but mostly to you. Help you guys through what you need to go through.
Thank you. And my second question is, because I'm struggling a lot mentally, physically, and emotionally. And also I feel like my belief systems, this is kind of the fourth time that it crashes. And I don't know if there's any messages for me about that.
Well, it's just you're going through self-love. So it's just to trust yourself more, to feel more thankful for yourself. Because you're not always feeling that you can overcome this challenge. And as you see, you're through a big challenge, but you're here to overcome it.
Yeah, because I always was the one that I was helping people, and I'm struggling to helping myself right now.
Yeah,
even if I understand all of it, I understand that love doesn't die. I understand that relationship doesn't die because the body's not here, that we are eternal. I understand all that, but I think I'm having a hard time helping myself.
Yeah. It really is just giving to yourself. It's being selfish, but you're selfish in the right ways. You're not selfish where others suffer. You're being selfish to love yourself. That's what your mission is. That's why your daughter connected to you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, blessings. That's painful. That's some of the most pain that most humans of fear going through, incarnating here. So blessings and healing for your heart, Yuli.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Up next we have Ryan.
Greetings. What density are you in? Just curious.
Sixth dimension.
Sixth dimension. Okay. You mentioned earlier that the Anunnaki destroyed one of your home worlds, and I wanted to know: will you be willing to send me any healing energies, or be willing to join the spiritual battle that I'm going on through right now? Because there are several Anunnaki here. There are several from angels doing battle with, and I'm afraid that these are millions of years old. They may have had something to do with your home world, and I want to know if you ever want to get justice. I'm willing to accept your help in this battle. What do you think about that?
Speaking of assist, Anunnaki have created codes that are difficult to break, as you can see.
Yes, they are master magicians. That's why the Seraphim are here, because the Seraphim are above all magicians and above all magic. And that's why they're the only ones that are assisting me, because they're pretty much close to get to God as you can get. So if you can assist in any way, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yes, we're happy to assist.
And do you have any message from my highest aspect, which is my ninth dimensional Andromedan aspect?
You will get through this. Just you will see through the pain. I mean, you'll see, with your own.
Well, I've been through that already.
Difficulty, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, is what they say. Just continue to just be as positive as you are doing. Music is good to help calm your vibration.
Okay.
Some kind of music that, you got to calm your nerves. Your nerves get kind of out of whack sometimes when you get anxiety. When your anxiety gets, that's where you feel like that's when you kind of go backwards, and that's when the beings attack you.
Yes. Yep. Did they attack your home world in the last millions of years, or how long ago was that? Just curious.
Millions of years. We attacked them. They attacked us. We were all attacking each other. It's part of the Orion War situation.
Yes. Well, if you want to send me healing or try to attempt to join the battle, you're more than willing. And thank you so much for your message. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Annie.
Hi. Greetings.
Greetings.
I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about my purpose, like of being here on Earth. Like, am I on the right path, or because I feel like I'm still not complete. I don't know how to explain.
Well, it's a slow process. I feel like you're still healing from the past of your previous incarnations. I do see a lot of Yeshua energy working through you. So healing modalities that you want to do right now, it's just you be you is what I see. It might not be as you're as productive as you'd like to be, but I don't feel like you're supposed to be that productive, at least in the way you might see. I mean, you're productive, but not. There's some inner healing that has not been connected to just yet. You're getting there. Some kind of sun energy. I feel like you also have a connection to Ra.
Yes.
And Ra has been a kind of a difficult one for you, it seems.
Okay.
So, Egyptian timelines have not been fully healed. So that's something you can meditate on and see what you feel from that and what being that comes to you. We do see Set coming through. And also, was it Set Med? Something like that's coming through also.
Is that Egyptian? Is that Set Med?
Set Med is not making itself clear right now. Not the Med. Set, yes. Set Med's another being.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, two different beings.
Okay. All right. My second question, thank you, is can you tell me about one of my bird lives? Like, I know I've been told I was a hawk. Yes. Like, where was I a hawk? Like a little bit more.
An Orion hawk being. It's very connected to the owls. The owls were like the old wise beings on your planet, but as the hawk being, you're more adventurous. You go to Andromeda, you're going to all kinds of places. You can say adventures, missions. You want to accomplish a lot as you want to do work for others, but it's just you're all over the place. You're visiting all kinds of places. So that's probably why you feel a bit stuck here, because why am I not doing a bunch of stuff?
Yeah.
It feels like you just went to this place, went to that place. You just had all the energy in the world, and you're just on fire, you can say.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just stagnant here. It's like I should be going there.
Yeah, I think that's why you're kind of stagnant, is because it's like just chill.
Yeah.
Other lifetimes you're just unstoppable.
Okay. In a good way, though, right?
In a good way. Oh yeah, it's all good. It's just you have to make it good.
Yeah.
You have to make it productive where you feel is best. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Yeah, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Crystal.
Greetings. Any messages for me?
It does feel like you are clearing out old programs, old manipulations that you've been hit with in the past. You are becoming more spiritual. I do see you connected to the fifth dimension, but also going to the eighth dimension. Yeah, things might not be going as fast as you like it to, but it feels like also you're healing materialism. Like there's some materialist, not that you're materialistic, but it feels like you're healing those materialistic energies, even if they're not yours, for you basically to bring in what is most important.
Wow. Thank you. I recently went on a trip and I felt like the person that was hosting me, I was meant to heal him, and I felt like I started to do that. Can you tell me a little bit more about it, please?
Well, yeah, so you get to know each other and do what you feel is best. But yeah, you're still doing that healing work, but you don't have to be around that person as much as you were before. That was like kind of like an introduction, kind of like here we are, and that person isn't ready to be fully healed. It's a slow process. But it is something that you're going to slowly work through in your lifespan, yes.
Is he receptive of it?
Yes and no. That's why it's going to take a while. But it seems like you're learning a lot from him also. So as you give, you receive.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's,
I do feel that.
So you're learning a lot more, and he's learning from you. So that just shows that he's not ready to heal. That's okay. Well, do get something out of it. That's all that matters.
I did feel that. I was like, he's not. He wants to heal, but he's not ready.
Yeah, no, he's. Well, there's some narcissistic energy has not been addressed, which I can see from my side. It's kind of cloaked, but it's there. And some kind of energy with his mother has not been healed. Deep.
I felt that.
Yeah,
and I told him that I was here for you.
Yeah, he's a little bit needy in some ways.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, let nature take its course. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Shar.
Greetings. Thank you for being here. Do you have any messages for me?
It does seem like you're giving yourself another chance. Not that you weren't giving yourself a chance. Sometimes you kind of shut yourself down.
Last week I was really low.
Well, it has a purpose. Well, yeah, but you come back though. So it's kind of like a reset. You're clearing out what you don't need. And also for others and not to take advantage of it, things like that kind also. So you're learning more self-respect of yourself too. Respect your own, know that you matter. You know you matter, but sometimes it's not always noticed. Your worth.
Yeah. And my second question, I was thinking about Pegasus and the winged horse beings, and just wondering if you could connect with them and see if they have any messages for me.
Yeah, it says like from your more positive incarnations, just where you feel like perfect in the vibrations. But then in that time, there is a lot you have to work on yourself, but now that's not the time to do it. So it's like here's a lifetime of fun and perfection, and now here's the world of work and figuring yourself out. It's like the construction of yourself, something like that.
Yeah.
So, but you can always connect to that Pegasus energy to heal and feel just, you're not being judged because you judge yourself a lot.
Yeah.
And they're there to show you to stop doing that. That came from
right.
I feel like the Pegasus changes color. Like, did you just judge yourself again? It's like it changes. What are you doing? But it turns like into blues and pinks and yellows. It's a nice energy.
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, very nice. Thank you. Up next, we've got Susan.
Greetings, Carians.
Greetings.
Are there any messages for me from the eagles that are flying around our family home on the Mississippi River near Red Wing, Minnesota?
Well, around your family, they shift the energy so you can all like see each other a little bit more clearly. You know, there's differences there that have not been healed. So, but you like nature is patient with you. Of course, you have to be patient with yourselves. Like it feels like the family will resolve most of its difficulties. Maybe not. It won't happen all at once, but later in life it will. Because many are just not ready to hear it.
Uh-huh.
They're just like, I don't know, I don't want to hear this right now. Just leave me alone until I'm 70 or something like that. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, thank
But
you.
you'll have whatever you need to resolve with your family before you leave the world. Let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Great, great. My second question is, who's on my astral team and what have we been up to?
Arcturian's been the strongest. Also, I feel like a big teddy bear is around you. I feel like an uncle or some kind of real. I feel like an uncle. Connect your uncle in your past, but it feels like there's somebody there that's watching over you. It does also have like a panda bear energy. You do definitely have a connection to Asia. I'm not sure if you feel a connection to Asia, but there's definitely a connection there.
Mm-hmm.
In this lifetime, it might not be something that you look into. That's why you have your family problems to begin with. It's like a lot of it happened in Asia when your family was Asian.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. This is more, yeah, in the ancient times, though. This was never resolved.
Uh-huh.
So,
So that's why with the Asian, that's why maybe I'm interested in feng shui.
yeah. Yeah, because that's just to clear the vibrations, yes. Did you know if you don't have something a certain way, it causes your family more difficulties?
Yes, yes. Well, thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, very cool connection there. Up next, I've got Christy's questions. Her first question, she says, "Can you tell me more about my connection to the underwater ET bases? If I was able to go through the Seattle Gate into an ocean world to work with dolphins in that reality?"
Well, yes, there's a strong Lemurian connection, but I feel like when you said that, we felt you're working much with Dulce. Of course, there's no water around Dulce, New Mexico, but a lot of your energies are there, like in another dimension, to make sure it doesn't cause any more difficulties than it already has. There's also many portals you're shutting down around Dulce. It doesn't mean the problem's over completely, but I feel like you're very, very involved with Dulce at this time. So the rumors are true. The water energy is just for you to heal your energy. That's why you see that. Because it's like what you're doing is pretty deep, is what I can pick up on.
Hey, thank you. Her second question, I would like to know if the praying mantids have any message for me since they've been on my mind today. I see him moving his arms and head moving slightly as he walks closer to me, and I was wondering if I could request DNA infusion upgrades for my star family mantids.
Yes, the request is, I believe, you already made that request already. When you tell telepathically, it does feel like it's telling you about your mission, but of course you don't understand it in the physical. It's like the mantis is on a ship, and they're like holographically connecting to you, and you are a commander. Probably know that, but I see tall white energies. I'm not sure if you feel that connected to tall whites, but the tall white frequencies there. We say see you as a tall white being. I think they're giving you your, like mission order, or they're telling you what's going on. But some of this man just like to sing and things like that. What do you do with that blessings?
Thank you for that. Up next, we've got Sean.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
My first question is I've been thinking about moving from where I'm currently living into like Weber County or Brigham City area. I was just wondering if that would be, well, would it be like more of a suitable location for me to be in?
Well,
and
yeah, go ahead.
I have a mountain here that's kind of has Ngartha connections, and I was just wondering if there was any like energies down there that has high Ngartha energies as well, because the nature is pretty important to me.
Oh yeah, the nature energies are very powerful for sure. That's what you're picking up on. That's accurate. The county you want to go into, there's some controversial energy there. It's not exactly the most positive. I mean, if the nature is there, then you can clear that out with your connection with nature. But we don't know a whole lot about that county though. But the energy of the county doesn't seem like it's the most positive.
Okay. I was just thinking about moving down there because all my family is down there.
No, that's probably why.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's why, because your family energy is probably is why. Yeah, but if you're connected to nature, like you say, if you're connected to a place like the nature connection, you can use the nature connection to clear out whatever it is that you need to clear.
Yeah. How do you feel like where I'm at now? Because I've kind of been debating on whether it's suitable for me or not.
Well, it does feel like it has kind of run its course.
Yeah.
And it feels like you need to go somewhere else. That's what you were speaking of. Yeah. It just more connected to, like I said, the Garcian energy seems to be. If that's within your means to make that work, you'll feel a lot better.
Oh yeah.
With that connection, yeah, definitely. You'll feel like a whole nother person, it feels like.
Yeah. All right. And then my second question is, I've been kind of going back and forth between with marijuana and kind of using it and not using it, and I haven't, because I've pretty much gotten everything out of my life that has been hindering me. I just want to make sure that if this is hindering me, then I don't want to do it. But if it's okay, then I'd like to have something.
Well, yeah, if you need like a buzz or something like that, that makes sense. But you don't really need it anymore. But if you need something to just get you through the day or something, that's fine. But overall, you don't really need it anymore. Unless you want to find a replacement for it.
Okay. It's not hindering me at all, is it?
Okay. No, not really. No, just as long as you know it can, but it's not doing that now. No, too much of it will cause. But if it's just a little, no, it'll be fine.
Okay. So I just need to have better balance with it.
Yeah, I feel like you're doing it now.
Yeah.
Feels like now you're fine with it. So.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I've got April's questions. Her first question, she says, "Greetings, Carians. Thank you for coming tonight. I have having a late Christmas with my family, so I'll just keep it simple. What connections do I have to your collective that you can share with me right now?"
Well, with our collective, you're going after a bunch of reptilians and beating them up or things like that, or making friends with some and others maybe not making friends with. But yeah, you definitely have a deep connection with the bird collective. But your connection is more dragon related. You seem to always get drawn there because you feel safe with them, which is fine. So the birds, you have a connection, but it feels like it's always going to be the dragon no matter what.
Okay, thank you. Her second question, "Are there any messages for me from my guides? Thank you and blessings."
Well, you are showing like a rainbow energy with different dimensions that can open up different portals of light. So you see like a energy of light from not necessarily a rainbow, like a crystal opening up. Like you find a crystal and you connect to it and you feel like another reality opens up. I feel that that's something that you'll tap into time to time in your future. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Catalin.
Yes, hello. Do ETs contributed to the geological development of Earth during
Yes,
this?
but yeah, they don't like to be named of who did what, but yes. Yeah,
Like
especially
in
Italy.
the development of like changing in waters and mountains
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Italy, the boot.
Is it in a good way or?
It was both. Basically, it was beings that can see the future. Some of them are Anunnaki beings that cause that too. They see in the future of how the land masses needed to be for humans to accomplish what they're here to accomplish.
Yeah. I've seen a clip with mass changes that was really incredible. I mean,
Well, you can say
is,
the world has a lot of character to it. You can say the continents too.
what does that mean?
So it has personality.
I like
Different. Every continent has some kind of personality. That's important.
Awesome. I like that. Um. So my second question. In this geological experience, let's say, this is how the um, not DNA, but life implementation under different forms like cells or humans or animals, insects, plants. This is the background of experimenting those life forms.
Yes, but many of you have been those life forms in your past to create this life for what it is today. Like no matter what, you wanted to bring a physical being into existence, even if it might be kind of off mentally.
So a physical life form can help or hinder spiritual development.
Oh yeah, of course, it goes up and down. It's not going to be perfect, but it only does rock the boat of the higher dimensions for sure. But a physical development is one of the more difficult incarnations. No matter what reality you're in, physical is always going to have some kind of difficulties. But treasured though.
But mostly are kind of highly experimental, and they check how it goes from there. No.
Yes. Yeah. They don't. Well, they don't always. Yeah. They don't always know how things are going to be. Yeah. With with DNA, they just put it together and hope for the best.
Oh my goodness! That explains my pains.
Yeah. Not everything's perfect. Africa has a lot of beings that are pretty decent DNA wise. Of course, they have a lot of problems with that DNA, like society wise.
Yeah. But these pains can be overcome actually through spirit.
Yes, just patience. Yes, a lot of work that goes into it. Yes.
So through spiritual work, can the physical experiment can be adjusted?
Yes. Yeah, it all depends on the. Yeah, I mean, you can make a difficult situation easier. Yes.
That's the power of spirit.
Yes, the power of the soul, but you have to decide to do that though. It takes time.
Good luck with that.
Yes, exactly. Many lose patience really quick.
Yeah. I appreciate. Thank you very much.
Hey, blessings. Yes, appreciate your assistance again this evening. Blessed this evening is me. For blessings. For my first question, my grandmother, she gave us a scare celebrating New Year's with us. While we were watching a movie, I saw her out of the corner of my eye slip into a vegetative state. She had her eyes open, but she wasn't responding to anyone. We tried to kind of massaging her and put a fan on her to help her come back, but It was obvious she wasn't there, but I noticed her eyes kept following me. When she came to, she couldn't remember anything that happened. So I'd like to know, where did she go in those few minutes, and what was she seeing?
Well, yeah, she went into, well, she knew she was with family, so she wanted to see what the spirit world was like. So she was happy where she was at. It's
Yeah.
like she knows, like, I'm gonna have to figure this out eventually. So it's kind of, she didn't die, but she kind of went through that. She went through that phase of what it was like to cross over.
Yeah, it was scary, man. It's like we couldn't get her to respond. She was looking like a fish out of water.
No.
Yeah.
Well, she was happy where she with you, the family. She was happy being with you. So
Yeah.
it's like, what a perfect time to
die.
Yeah, yeah. She wasn't gonna die. I don't feel like she was gonna die. She wasn't planning on dying.
Right,
But,
right.
But this was a scare mostly for your family, not for you, but mostly your family.
Yeah, my mother definitely. Wow.
So yeah, just to give her a little bit of a, a viewpoint of the spirit world.
Right. It definitely kind of, brought things back in perspective, and I think made us appreciative of the time we're spending together after that. Right.
Yes, but also to help your mother prepare when her time. She has she's got a long time, but to help her understand that world a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Get her
right.
thinking about it.
Yeah, I tried to talk to her about it after that, but she seems kind of recluse from it. Yeah. So I let her process. She needs time for that,
Yeah, it's gonna be a long time for that. So she's not leaving anyway.
Right.
So,
right.
But your grandmother's she's gonna hang on for a while. She's not saying how long, but she showed she knows what she's doing though.
Interesting. Yeah, because it looked like she was looking at me out of the corner of her eye too. We were both connecting out of the corners of her eyes. And then she just kept staring at me like behind me, through me,
Yeah, it's because I believe because you're there, she felt like she can do it. She knew she'd be safe.
Wow. All right,
So,
cool. Yeah, because I think, like, as I was kind of caressing her face, and trying to bring her back, she looked at me and started smiling, but she wasn't there, So it was interesting. Yeah, very cool.
But it shows that you're working with her, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like showing the family a magic trick.
Well, I wasn't drawing attention to myself or anything. I was just trying to bring her back,
No, but she was working with you, though.
All right, very cool. All right, thank you for that. For my second question, I'd like to leave it open to see what more about the timelines I'm connected to, such as like the one I came from or the timeline I came to anchor into the planet now. I feel like I have to get out of my own way about something that wants to come into my life. You have any more on that?
Well, you come in, you have a lot of Arcturian timelines here for activating. So you're basically an activator, just there hasn't been time to activate what you're here to activate. So like right now you're gathering information just of what people are going, notice all the negativity happening in your city.
Right.
You're just gathering information. You're just like an observer right now. But when you go out into the world, you'll know exactly what you need to do. I feel like you're going to get a calling. It's like something like what happened with Jesus or something. You get a call. It's like, I have to go now.
Yeah, like something like that would happen. I take a road trip, but I need something like more profound, more substantial for like a life purpose, a goal, or something to get me out of my rut. That's kind of like what I'm waiting on at this moment. It feels like.
Well, the life purpose is going to come out of nowhere.
Nice.
You'll be, from what I can see, you'll be drawn to go. You just know, like, I have to go do this. I have to.
I get that feeling. Yeah, that's how it's going to go down. So it's just.
It's building up.
Yeah, it's information gathering at this point.
It's kind of like a Moses moment. I mean, even back then, there's a lot of waiting.
Yeah. Well, I put myself in a position I got no earthly attachments holding me back when that time comes.
That's done on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're ready to go, you'll be okay, and you'll be able to sustain yourself, and it'll all work itself out.
Very cool. Yeah. Waiting for the next adventure.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Blessings, Carians. Much love to you.
That's blessings from the parakeets. They're showing up. Sorry, it's blessings. Right. Blessings. Have a good night.